We are starting with the topic called as Boltzmann machines. So Boltzmann machine is basically an unsupervised deep learning model wherein every node is connected to every other node. Okay, so you can just see the diagram and then we will see it further. So you have V and you have H. So I'll explain you what is V and H in 2 minutes. But this is how a Boltzmann machine architecture will look like. Every node is connected to every other node. Now, how is this Boltzmann machine concept different from your artificial neural networks, CNNs and RNNs? Is that Boltzmann machine, they are undirected. Yani ki the connections are bidirectional. Okay, so Boltzmann machine is not a deterministic DL model, but it is a generative stochastic model. So we are not looking at exact estimation. We are okay with approximate kind of things. So it is rather a representation of a certain system. Now coming to V and H that we saw over here. So there are two types of nodes in Boltzmann machine. The V that you could see were the visible nodes and the H were the hidden nodes. So V is nothing but your visible nodes and H is your hidden nodes. Now visible nodes are those nodes which we can and we do measure. हम लोग उनको measure कर सकते हैं. Okay, hidden nodes are those nodes which we cannot और we do not measure. जिसको हम लोग directly नहीं measure कर सकते, जो directly observable नहीं है, वो हमारे hidden nodes हो जाते हैं, and जो directly observable है वो हमारा visible nodes हो जाता है. Okay, though there are two different types of nodes, Boltzmann machine में we treat them as same because भले ही वो दो अलग अलग टाइप ऑफ नोड्स है, बट हर नोड हर दूसरे नोड के साथ कनेक्टेड है एंड यू गेट अ कंप्लीटली कनेक्टेड नेटवर्क ऑफ अ सॉर्ट ओवर हियर. ओके, so the training data is fed into the Boltzmann machine and the weights of the system are adjusted accordingly. So these machines help us understand anomalies by learning about the working of the systems in the normal condition. So Boltzmann distribution is used in the sampling distribution of Boltzmann machine, and this Boltzmann distribution is governed by the equation which is given over here. I am not going to go in detail of this, but I am just explaining you the terms which are there in this equation. Epsilon I is nothing but energy of the system in state I. T is the temperature of the system, K is the Boltzmann constant, and P of I that we are calculating over here is nothing but the probability of the system being in a state I. कि क्या probability है कि आपका जो system है वो state I में है. Okay, and the summation E raised to minus epsilon raised to j divided by kt, it is nothing but it is sum of the values for all the possible states of the system. So इस system में जितने भी states है उनके सबके values का summation is this term. अभी we go to the next one that is called as restricted Boltzmann machine. Now in restricted Boltzmann machine क्या अलग होगा? So how the things are connected, that is going to be different. Boltzmann machine में क्या होता था? Every node is connected to every other node, and जैसे number of nodes बढ़ते जाते हैं, the connections are going to grow exponentially. So बहुत बार complexity बहुत ज़्यादा बढ़ जाता है Boltzmann machine में, इसीलिए restricted Boltzmann machine में आ जाते हैं हम लोग कि जहाँ पे intra-level connections are not allowed. So visible nodes are connected to hidden nodes. Hidden nodes are connected to visible nodes, but visible nodes are not going to be connected to visible nodes. Hidden nodes are not going to be connected to hidden nodes. Okay. So energy function for restricted Boltzmann machine, how is it given? It is given like this. Let us understand the terms in it. A and B are biases in the system. Here V के जगह पे B होना चाहिए. V of ij and H of ij, they are nothing but V of I and Hj is nothing but they are visible nodes and hidden nodes. P of Vh is nothing but it is probability of being in a particular state. And what is the formula for it? It is a similar formula, e raised to minus epsilon of V comma H divided by Z. Z क्या है, ऊपर जो समेशन वाला टर्म था वही है Z यहाँ पर. It is sum of values for all possible states. गलती से if हुआ है यहाँ पर, it is not if, it is off. So make a note of it. Features क्या है restricted Boltzmann machine के? They can use recurrent and symmetric structures. Restricted Boltzmann machine in their learning process try to associate high probability with low energy and vice versa. Low probability with high energy, high probability with low energy. Okay, intra-level connections नहीं होता है. It is an unsupervised learning algorithm which makes inferences from the input data without labeled responses. So let us now understand the working of restricted Boltzmann machine. So observe this diagram. What you have is your inputs. Inputs are going to your visible layer. उसके बाद weights are coming into picture. Hidden layer. Plus B, that is your bias, some activation function and you are getting A. Okay, so this was step number 1. जब हम लोग reconstruction phase में आते हैं, जब उल्टा phase में आते हैं हम लोग, so the process reverse. Activations are your new inputs which go to hidden layer. फिर again weights are there, visible layer plus the bias and you are getting reconstructions as new outputs. Okay, so let us understand this complete process. So the image that we saw over here, input goes to visible layer, weights are there, goes to hidden layers, plus bias, activation function and A, correct? So whatever your inputs are there, they are multiplied by the weights, then they are added to the biases. Okay, the result passes to the sigmoid activation function. We have seen how sigmoid activation function looks like, and the output will determine if the hidden layer is getting activated or the hidden layer is not getting activated. Weight क्या है? Weight is a matrix with number of input nodes as number of rows. So आपके जितने input nodes है उतने आपके number of rows रहेंगे. And जितने आपके hidden nodes है उतने आपके columns रहेंगे. So that are the dimensions of the weight matrix. Okay. So the first hidden node will receive a vector multiplication from inputs multiplied by the first column of weights. Okay. पहले hidden node को क्या मिलेगा as input? आपका जो input है that will be multiplied by the first column of weights. And then उस पे bias term add होगा. You can see the sigmoid activation function over here and the calculation goes like this. This I have tried to show you the weight matrix जिसमें number of nodes are nothing but your rows and hidden nodes, number of hidden nodes are your columns. Okay. Now H1 is equal to S of V0. So V0 is your input vector का transpose weight plus A. Okay, so it is our bias over here as I told you. So it gives you the value for hidden layer 1. Please remember hidden layer 1 we use V0. We use what? V0. Okay. So H1 and V0 are corresponding vectors for hidden and visible layers with the subscript as a iteration. So this 0 it tells you the iteration. Okay. And what is A as I told you earlier? It is a hidden layer bias vector. Okay. It is a hidden layer bias vector. So ये लेफ्ट टू राइट वाला प्रोसेस था, अभी रिकंस्ट्रक्शन देखेंगे राइट टू लेफ्ट वाला प्रोसेस. ओके, सो द रिवर्स फेज और द रिकंस्ट्रक्शन फेज, what will be the equation of it? V1, so you're calculating V1 now, ठीक है, is equal to S of H1 WT. W is your weight matrix जिसका हम लोग ने ट्रांसपोज लिया है. H1 क्या है? हिडन लेयर फॉर द फर्स्ट इटरेशन. ओके, जब हम लोग सीधा जा रहे थे तो H1 एंड V0 था, बट जब उल्टा आ रहे हैं तो V1 एंड H1 है. सो प्लीज रिमेंबर इट. प्लस B, व्हाट इज B? B इज अ बायस. सो जब सीधा जा रहे थे तो A was the bias, जब उल्टा आ रहे हैं तो B is the bias. Okay, how is the learning process? How will the learning process go on? Let us see now. So when I say learning process में क्या होने वाला है? When we were looking at the forward pass, we had V0. When we did the reconstruction, we calculated V1. So what we do is we try to identify the difference between V0 and V1. Okay, and this is your reconstruction error. The aim in the algorithm is to reduce this error in the subsequent training stages. Okay, so error reduce कैसे करेंगे? weights को adjust करो. Okay, ऐसे adjust करो हर iteration में weights को कि ये error minimize हो जाए. So and this is what your learning process is all about. So mathematically हम लोग इसको कैसे देखेंगे? Forward pass में we are calculating the probability of output H1 given your input is V0 and the weights are denoted by W. Okay, so अगर probability के terms में, so what is the probability for H1 given V0 and weights? Backward pass में जब reconstruction होता है तो हम लोग क्या करते हैं? We are trying to calculate the probability for output V1 given H1 and W, which is denoted like this. Okay, now forward pass में and backward pass में जो weights use किए जाते हैं वो दोनों same होते हैं. Okay, together these two conditional probabilities can lead us to the joint distribution of our inputs and activations. किसके conditional probabilities की बात कर रहे हैं हम लोग? Visible nodes and hidden nodes की. Okay, now we say that reconstruction is different from regression or classification in that it estimates the probability distribution of the original input instead of associating a continuous or discrete value to the input to an input example. इसका मतलब है we are trying to guess multiple values at the same time. This is known as generative learning as opposed to डिस्क्रिमिनेटिव लर्निंग, बिकॉज हम लोग एक वैल्यू की नहीं बात कर रहे, मल्टीपल वैल्यूज की बात कर रहे. डिस्क्रिमिनेटिव लर्निंग में जनरली मैपिंग होता है इनपुट टू लेबल्स, जो क्लासिफिकेशन प्रॉब्लम होता है हमारा उसमें. ओके, दिस इज क्वाइट डिफरेंट देन डिस्क्रिमिनेटिव लर्निंग. दिस इज जनरेटिव लर्निंग. ओके, नाउ कमिंग टू द एडवांटेजेस ऑफ रिस्ट्रिक्टेड बोल्ट्जमैन मशीन. It is expressive enough to encode any distribution and it is computationally efficient. It is faster than traditional Boltzmann machine. Faster इसलिए because traditional Boltzmann machine में complete set of connections होता है, every node connected to every other node. यहाँ पर intra level connections are not allowed. Activations of hidden layer can be used as input to other models because they are nothing but they are features. Okay, so they can help us to improve the performance. उसके बाद disadvantages पे training is difficult because it is difficult to calculate the energy gradient function. The CDK algorithm that is used in RBM is not as familiar as backpropagation algorithm. Weight adjustment can be an issue. CDK is nothing but contrastive divergence with k steps. Applications क्या है इसका? हैंड रिटन डिजिट रिकग्निशन में यूज होता है, रियल टाइम इंट्रापल्स रिकग्निशन में यूज होता है. अभी ऑटो एनकोडर्स एंड रिस्ट्रिक्टेड बोल्ट्जमैन मशीन में डिफरेंस क्या है? सो बेसिकली ऑटो एनकोडर क्या करता है? इट इज़ अ 3 लेयर न्यूरल नेटवर्क जहाँ पे इनपुट यूनिट्स आर डायरेक्टली कनेक्टेड बैक टू द आउटपुट यूनिट्स आर डायरेक्टली कनेक्टेड बैक टू द इनपुट यूनिट्स, and number of hidden units are quite less as compared to the number of visible units. Okay, so जब हम लोग ऑटो एनकोडर को ट्रेन करते हैं तो हमारा एम क्या होता है? वी आर सपोज टू मिनिमाइज द एरर और वी आर सपोज टू मिनिमाइज द रिकंस्ट्रक्शन. मतलब ऐसा रिप्रेजेंटेशन ढूंढो जो आपके इनपुट डेटा के करंट रिप्रेजेंटेशन से अच्छा हो. सो यू विश टू रिप्रेजेंट योर इनपुट डेटा ओनली बट इन अ कॉम्पैक्ट रिप्रेजेंटेशन. Okay, so you need to find a new way or a more better way to represent your input data in autoencoder. अभी RBM का आइडिया सिमिलर है, बट रादर देन डिटर्मिनिस्टिक डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन वो स्टोचैस्टिक यूनिट यूज करता है विद अ पर्टिकुलर डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन. द टास्क ऑफ ट्रेनिंग इज टू फाइंड आउट हाउ द 2 sets of variables are actually connected to each other. कौन से 2 सेट ऑफ वेरिएबल्स की बात कर रहे हैं हम लोग? विजिबल नोड्स एंड हिडन नोड्स. ओके, अनदर एस्पेक्ट which is different between RBM and autoencoder is that RBM में 2 biases हैं. Okay, so the hidden bias will help the restricted Boltzmann autoencoders में 2 bias नहीं होते, restricted Boltzmann machine में 2 bias होते हैं. So restricted Boltzmann machine has 2 biases. जो hidden bias है restricted Boltzmann machine का, it will produce the activations on the forward pass, whereas जो visible layer का bias है, it will help the RBM to learn the reconstructions on the backward pass. Okay, so when we saw both the forward pass and the reconstruction or the backward pass in RBM, we saw कि फ्रॉम लेफ्ट टू राइट जाते वक्त हमारे पास एक बायस था, राइट टू लेफ्ट आते वक्त हमारे पास 2 बायसेस थे. ऑटो एनकोडर्स में ऐसे नहीं होता है. सो दैट्स इट फॉर दिस.